Hello, DMV sports fans and sports fans around these United States. Welcome to Mike Mason's Showcase Network, and you are on this here DMV Sports Fan Channel. All right. I don't know about y'all, but Happy New Year. We are in 2022, and I hope everything will stay copacetic in 2022 and get better. But we are here. Pedro, he was down. We're virtual. Pedro was down. He had that bug, and y'all know what bug I'm talking about. But look at him now. Pedro, talk to the people.
I'm back, baby. I'm back, and I just want to take this opportunity to tell y'all, look, get your vaccinations.
Better do it.
You know, this COVID is no joke.
No, sir.
Once it get a hold of you, don't want to let you go. So I'm glad that I was fully vaccinated and I made it through. But this thing is no joke. And look, it's not if you're going to get it, it's when you get it. And when you get it, you want to make sure you're well protected.
Right. And
get your vaccinations.
And we've been preaching this. We've been preaching this all season long. You know, if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for your loved ones. And get out there and get them shots, man. I'm telling you, it doesn't discriminate. It hits the young, it hits the middle age, and it hits the old. And if you're vaccinated and or boosted, what's going to happen is you're not going to suffer the major effects. Even the ones that are vaccinated are still getting knocked down, but they're able to get back up. Now, you know, some people out there using excuses about the vaccination, talking about, yeah, I heard this one had a hard time with it. But what I want you to do is sit down and outweigh the risk. Do you want the risk of getting the vaccination and not getting severely ill from the COVID, or do you want to just go around and see if you can play Russian roulette and get the COVID, and the next thing you know, we talking about you in a blatant state and talking about the beloved one, the lost one, the great one, rest in peace. Hey, look, come on now. If you're not gonna do it for yourself, do it for your loved one. All right. So, without further ado, we're gonna break down week 17. Week 17 had a lot of things that had shook out. But before we get started, we gonna introduce my cohort. You know, I gotta let y'all already heard from Pedro. He's back in action. Show him some love, Pedro.
Peace and love, everybody.
And they're down at the bottom. Last week, old boy was happy as a lark. But this week, not so great. Pedro warned him. They was jumping up and down on the sideline. Mike McCarthy, they beat up on the Washington football team. Oh, my God, they thought they won the Super Bowl. But the Cardinals had a different story for them. But at any rate, we'll get into that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and break all this stuff down here. So week 17, man, we had a whole plethora of games starting on Sunday. We rolled that into Sunday night, and then we ended things off on Monday. So what I want to know out of them games that was played, I'm going to start with Ken. Who was your ham sandwich?
So, okay, yeah, I'm going to get into my ham. So since Mike didn't want to properly introduce myself, hello, while he was busy talking about I'm not jumping up and down. Hey, we live to see another day, but I'll get into that later on. But
everybody know who you are. Everybody know who you are.
Yeah, okay. So my ham sandwich is none other than
who that?
Come on, Kenny Brown. The Las Vegas Raiders.
Okay.
They went in there, they did what they had to do, like I thought they was gonna do. I know Indianapolis was on the road, but for some reason, I looked in that camera and I said, Kenny Brown, I said, you know what? The Raiders gonna get this one, and they pulled it off. So that's my ham sandwich.
Yeah, I mean the Raiders didn't have a bad game either. I mean they did all right. So they 9-7. I think they still in the hunt. Okay, so who was your prime?
My prime rib is the Tennessee Titans, and they got some good news today. My God!
You ain't gonna say Derrick Henry coming back.
Oh, Henry's sitting on his mama's knee, his daddy's knee, his uncle's knee, everybody's knee. They say
Henry coming back for sure.
Yeah, they say he may not play this Sunday, but he be full effect come playoff. Say he been out on the field getting together.
All I'm saying,
Mike, that's what I told you, Mike, the other day, that their offense is coming back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant by offense. But here's the thing. The thing of it is
game changer.
Okay, he's a game changer, but we got to figure out and find out if he's in game shape. All right. This man's coming off of a knee injury. Now, if he's 75%, we good. But if he's under 60%, man, I don't know. He could be more of a hindrance than a help. That's all I'm saying. The man had a knee injury. So now he's coming back. I mean, usually when you have a knee injury, you stay out the whole year.
Not knee.
What was it?
Foot.
All right, well, the foot bone connected to your ankle bone. Your ankle bone connected to your shin bone. Your shin bone connected to your knee bone. And your knee bone connected to your hip.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
85% Derrick Henry is better than any running back in the league right now.
You got it.
Oh, look, 85%. Matter of fact, I'd take a 75% Henry. I'm just saying anything under 75%, man, that might be a problem. No, but we'll see. Problem. We'll see. That's some good news for Tennessee. That's some good news. So who's your boogers?
Boogers, Beans, my Cowboys. Got to call them out. Didn't have no energy. Didn't have no spunk. Didn't see no smile on the face at pre-game, during game, after game. Mm-hmm. And all I can say, we live to see another day. So let's see what this Sunday gonna show. If the Sunday they come out there, give a good quarter or two of some hard energy football. Show me that last week you was just not into it, and we're going to keep it moving. We'll just go on from there. But last week was a very down game for them, and I just don't understand it. Coaching to the players, none of them was in it. So that's my boogers and beans. I call them out when they need to be called out.
Well, they was exhausted from all that celebration from the week before, but that's all right.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, Pedro,
it's very possible that would be the matchup in their first playoff game is against Arizona.
Could be.
That's good.
Could be. I don't know if that's good. Okay.
I don't know. Because it be in Dallas and Kyler Murray, he just don't lose in AT&T Stadium.
And don't forget, like I said, everybody comes to a point where they need to be grounded.
All right, that'll work. So who's your ham, Pedro? Who's your ham?
I gotta go with New England Patriots. I still think a lot of people I know think the New England Patriots then, they showed that they wasn't that playoff teams, but I still think they're gonna make a run for it. Mm-hmm. I think they're gonna be the team to be dealt with in the playoffs.
Well, they 10-6. They 10-6.
Who you say?
Patriots, New England. Man. Patriots.
The Patriots. I know he's still not sold on.
No, he ain't sold on. Yeah, he ain't sold on. Who's your prime?
You know what? I gotta go with my stamp from last week. I gotta go with Arizona. I said Arizona was gonna go in there and they was gonna get on track. You understand? It's clearly Arizona is a playoff team and Dallas not.
Yeah.
Dallas benefited from their schedule. Dallas benefited from the exact same thing that we benefited from a year ago.
Yep.
Easy schedule and some perfect things that fell their way.
Fell in place.
You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's what they're benefiting from, and they will not win a playoff game. And that's a stank.
Right.
Okay.
Who's your boogers?
I gotta go, man. Cleveland. Cleveland just done let me down this year. Mm-hmm. Cleveland is terrible. I don't. We talked about some teams that just snake bit or they just had that curse on them, and I'm convinced Cleveland got this curse on them, and I don't know what it's going to take to get it up off them. But that was just a terrible, terrible performance. They had all the pieces in place at the beginning of the season. In fact, a lot of the pieces still remain in place.
Mm-hmm. Well, Baker done for the year. He having surgery.
Okay. He was done anyway.
No.
He was done anyway.
Yeah, well, I agree with you on that too.
Just one bit of advice for Baker Mayfield.
What's that?
Look, less commercials and more focus on football.
That's true. All right. Okay. Now it's my turn. My ham was the Rams. Look like the Rams is making a late season push. They look pretty good.
Odell Beckham coming around, ain't he?
Look, he must have been listening to our shows. He like, boy, I'm gonna show them boys up at the DMV channel just who I am. And yeah, and either that or he also been looking at that nut Antonio Brown and saying, man, I can't end up like that. So he's getting it together. My prime is who you've been talking about for the last few weeks is them Packers. Hey, everything coming through Green Bay is solidified. It's solidified. And Ken, I don't care how high you are about them Cowboys. Look, y'all better forfeit if you get to that game. Because ain't nobody going into Lambeau Field this time of year thinking they going to go in there and pull romp shot. They got, matter of fact, you know, I know the Washington football team and your team been traveling with the bench. They better take more than bench. They better take some new players up there. And I want to ask you one more again. Are you sold on Aaron Rodgers? Because he's the real deal.
Who?
You got ropes on your feet hanging from a tree?
Who you asking that?
Yeah. Come on, man. Are you sold on Aaron Rodgers now?
No.
There you have it. There you have it, fans. Can y'all drop a comment and ask Ken, what will it take for him to say Aaron Rodgers is the real deal? What will it take? Will it take him just hoisting up the Vince Lombardi trophy? Now, hey, Ken, remind you, the trophy is named after the longtime coach of Green Bay. Ain't that ironic?
Mike, then I just have a question.
Go ahead.
Give me 3 quarterbacks that you sold on, Kenny. Besides Dak.
I'm glad you said that. So you think Dak Prescott better than Aaron Rodgers?
I didn't say that.
Are you sold on Dak Prescott?
I'm not saying that. I'm telling you, you asked me am I sold on Aaron Rodgers, and I said no.
Okay, well, ask Pedro, answer Pedro's question. What 3 quarterbacks are you sold on?
I ain't really sold on none of the quarterbacks. I'm sold on teams.
Okay.
Are you sold on Green Bay?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, look here. I'm going to get to my boogers and beans. All right. Look, my boogers and beans, of course, is these here boys here. All right. A lot of work they need to do during the offseason. One thing they need to do is shut up and start to put up. You know, they need to get out there and do some real work during the offseason, understand the schemes that they're working on the defensive side of the ball. And I hate to say it, we need to find a legitimate quarterback. Package up something, some money, a couple players, and run on up 495 to Baltimore and make a deal and get Huntley down here. You can keep Heineke, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Heineke is he's a Colt McCoy on steroids. That's what he is. So keep Heineke as a legitimate backup and get us a confident quarterback. A quarterback that's not going to get rattled. I'm going to tell you something about Huntley, and there's a few others like Huntley out there. I'm going to tell you something about Huntley. He may come out there and may have a bad game, but you'll never be able to tell it by his demeanor because he think he can win every time. He ain't going to be scared of no stage. That's the kind of quarterback you need. Quarterback who's confident in what they do. If they fail, oh well, when's the next game, coach? You know what I'm saying? That's the type of quarterback we need. Not one stand up there. They look like a deer head. Look, and on top of that too, they need to make some changes. I am not sold on Scott Turner or Del Rio because all of their schemes and play calling this year was iffy at best. And they wasn't putting those players and using the players in the best of the abilities that the players had. The talent that we got on that team that they was running was not conducive to that talent. There was players like Pedro was saying that wasn't seeing the field, but when they got on the field, they looked like primetime players. And, you know, it's just a shame. We need to get a trainer. Let's get a legitimate trainer. You lost your trainer because of some crazy scandalous stuff that they was doing, selling drugs or whatever. And look at how many players we have fallen off to the wayside, either by injury or by COVID. A good trainer would have a good program in place to keep players safe as possible and keep them upright. Get a trainer. I don't know who y'all had out there. It looked like you had somebody from Patient First out there as the trainer. But anyway, that's my boogers and beans. I'm not going to go off on too much about it because I know that they need to make some wholesale changes around there, need to amp up the game because the way they were supposed to come into the season, all that was left on paper, but nothing translating on the field. And that's how I feel about the Washington football team. We're going to announce their name on Groundhog Day. And you should call yourself boogers and beans. That's what you should call yourself. But okay. That's it for that. But now, we're going to get to the good stuff real quick.
Well, Mike, before you get, I know you want to get to the good stuff, but we got to just take a pause here.
Oh,
because I want to say this. And I know I even posted a picture of Antonio Brown on Facebook waiting for his Uber.
Yeah, I got you. Yep.
But look, on a serious note, and a lot of people was joking about him.
Mm-hmm.
This fella needs help.
Yeah.
This fella needs some help. His antics and all that, you go back through all the things that he has done over the last couple of years. He's crying out for help.
Mm-hmm.
And, instead of people just keep on pushing him to the side, we need some folks to be able to corral him, bring him in and get this guy some help. Before something serious really happened to this young fella or somebody that's around.
Right. So D, what did I tell you? I want you to think. If you can bring it out in 20 seconds, I'll remind you. But what did I tell you? The two possible things that is wrong with Antonio Brown. What did I tell you?
Well, the one is it could be CTE.
That's the main one. Or the second one could be bipolarism. That's
bipolar.
He could be bipolar. That's undetected. And I'm gonna be honest with you. And for God's sake, I don't wish this on him. It could be both. It actually could be both. Because if you go back and look at Antonio Brown's history, especially when he was in Pittsburgh, this young fella made some immaculate catches behind some immaculate hits. This boy was making acrobatic catches, but was hitting that ground, and he was getting hit awful hard, but was holding on to the ball. He's from when you say players with toughness, he has the toughness of an old school player. Where you can hit him as hard as you want. You're going to bounce up off the ground, just say, I'm going to do you one better the next time. And walking around the whole game with a concussion or two. Just not telling nobody. But like you said, Pedro, the acts, the spontaneous acts, the spontaneous outbursts, and all that, it's a light switch. There's something going on here.
Yeah.
Something going on here.
He definitely got some issues.
It's mental. It could be CTE. And I'm going to tell you right now, league need to get themselves. They had one. There was a movie about it. But they had a guy who came and said, these are the protocols y'all need to be put in place to diagnose the symptoms of CTE. Roger Goodell and them, they want to push this under the rug like it ain't a problem. Hey, look, we done got better helmets. We preaching don't hit with your head and all. Man, it's a violent sport, dog. It's a violent sport, and yeah, you can clean it up like it, but you see the signs, the symptoms of players who are operating out of character. The family know who they are. And operating out of character. These type of things need to get checked early. Because, and I hate to say it, no matter how good you are, but if you come with the early signs of CTE or whatever, or if you have early signs of multiple concussions, you may need to hang them cleats up, man. Because your life is more important than a dollar.
I'm just gonna say, it could be, like I say, I think it's more bipolar than anything. Could be CTE. I'm not gonna discount that either. But then, it just could be simpleness. I mean, Dennis Rodman acted the same kind of way. And he's just plain simple. He ain't got no CTE. So I mean, I'm not gonna discount that there may be signs of CTE and bipolar, but there's some athletes out there that's just plain simple. Period.
Yeah,
So
Kenny.
let's not just throw this thing off that he's just a straight up guy suffering from CTE and bipolar. He just might be simple, and
Well,
I'm just gonna keep it simple as that.
I'm not going to discount Dennis Rodman from being bipolar either.
Exactly.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not gonna put it on that CTE study right now. I'm not sold on that one.
Look. Here's the thing. I mean, I know everybody don't want to hear it, and that's the biggest thing about it. Don't nobody want to hear it until the person is gone, and then they do the autopsy and come to find out there it is. The only way you can diagnose it right now is with autopsy, but it can get better than that if they recognize that it's an issue. This is an issue that needs study, needs findings, and maybe they can find treatments for. But the thing of it is don't, just because you love the game, don't push it under the rug that it ain't a problem, because it is a problem. Here, but the last month or so, we'd had 2 or 3 of them. 2 or 3 of them that killed themselves and killed others, and come to find out they did the autopsy, they did with CT.
Yeah,
what I'm saying, man.
Look, it's easy to push that off on everybody else, but there comes a thing when you gotta look in the mirror and you got to help yourself. You gotta want help. You gotta want. This man that had second chance, time chance, and you can't tell me that these coaches. Hold on, Mike. You can't tell me that nobody is sitting down talking to this young man at all. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that.
Kenny, ain't nobody saying nobody's talking to him, but here's what I'm saying to you. Mm-hmm. With everything that Antonio Brown has done, and you really probably need to go back and just recollect everything that he's done.
I know what
he's past self-help. He can't self-help himself. That's the type of that's where he's at right now. He can't self-help himself. He's in a state right now that today I may wake up and want to smell flowers. Tomorrow I wake up, I might want to brush you in the head. So this is it. That's just how he is right now. And you can't. Sometimes a person, like Pedro said earlier, he's crying out for help because he can't help himself.
But how do you know who? Again, you say he can't self-help, but how do you know that he ain't listening to people that's trying to help him? So how do you help a person that can't self-help? What's your suggestion? What's your suggestion, Mike?
What Pedro is, I'm gonna tell you my suggestion. He needs to go and get himself evaluated. He needs to go to the hospital. He needs to be evaluated. He ain't gonna do it, but someone needs to take control of him and say, look, let's go get you evaluated. We need to find out what's going on with you, dude. Because look, here's what you've been doing. Look at this. Look at all these things you're doing. Man, that ain't normal. So come on, let's go see what the abnormalities are, and let's get this thing on the road. The thing of it is, he can't help himself right now.
But now you need to find out who's that person that can do it. The man that took his shirt. Hold on, the man that took his clothes off on the football field.
Okay, Ken.
Who he gonna listen to, Mike?
Okay, Ken. Okay, Ken. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
You stand out at the metro station.
Yeah.
If you go and take all your clothes off, butterball, butt naked, what they gonna do to you? They gonna strap you up in one of these jackets like this, right?
Right.
And straight to St. Elizabeth, you going, right?
Right.
That's what they need to do to the fella.
Okay.
Hey, he was getting close to stripping, wasn't he?
He was close. Hey, man.
I think he was close to that straight jacket.
And for all you ones who not from the DMV, it looked like he was on a love boat. Now, y'all look that up. So that's what I'm saying. You got a problem. But anyway, let's get away from that. We had our segment on that. Now we're going to get ready to get to the good stuff. And this week's contest winner, he said it. He's a 7-time champion, and it's Kobe Savoy. He only got one wrong, and that was and the one he got wrong was his boys, the Colts. Everyone else he got right. Queen Shanae was in it. She got 2 wrong, and Dwayne got 2 wrong. So congratulations to Kobe, and congratulations to the ones who in it. Now you got this the final week. All right, the final week. So let's go ahead and get stuff in. We'll talk about that when we break down the preview of week 18. But the final week is coming up for the contest. So get in where you fit in. But the only way you're going to get in, you got to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Hit that like button.
Like.
And ring that notification bell.
Ding, 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 ding.
So you get yourself some prime time gear. And look, until we come back and break down the final week of week 18, what I want y'all to do is stay safe.
Stay safe.
Please stay prayed up.
Prayed up.
And peace.
Peace.